This past week, NIO went up by over 9%, which again brought a lot of excitement into the new investors as this stock continued to show signs of recovery from the big drops that we saw in the previous months. Although this recovery to some might come as a surprise, to us, the NIO long-term investors, this is something that we've always expected out of this stock, because you'll remember that this is the stock with so many things happening around it, which is why we are seeing this recovery, or this good recovery on this stock. I mean, with NIO, it's like almost every day from Monday to Friday, we are reading a new article with the new latest development around this stock, which encourage us not even to panic when this stock sometimes drop by 15%, because we know of these strong fundamentals that are happening around this stock. So same again with this week, there are some good latest developments that we came to read about this NIO stock, which is what we are going to be covering on today's video. So please do watch this video until the end, because I definitely think that you are going to like these latest developments that NIO just announced this previous week. Otherwise, just a disclaimer, please note that I'm not a professional financial advisor. If you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now. You need to go and consult the professionals. Now, without a waste of time, let us get into these NIO latest developments that we read this past week. Now, we all know that NIO plans or intends to start selling their ET7 model sometimes next year in 2022 around Q1. Now, this past week we read of NIO indicating their delivery target for this model for the year 2022, and I must say that when I read that article personally, my mind was blown by what I saw. So on that article that we just read, NIO indicated that they are planning to deliver 50,000 of this ET7 model in the rest of 2022, which I must say that is a very good thing, because it definitely means that if we are to check a worst case scenario, if they are to start to sell that car around February, March, then it just simply means that every month they would be delivering over 4,000 cars for the ET7 for the rest of the year. This high monthly delivery for the ET7 will definitely mean that then this model becomes one of the top selling EV cars in NIO. As you know by now that the top selling EV car on NIO is currently selling around over 3,000 EV cars monthly, and that is the ES6. And of course, with the current production that NIO has with EJAC, it's expected to increase to 20,000 cars on a month-to-month. This just means that even this ES6, we might see the numbers or the delivery numbers for this car also going up. So this total 50,000 deliveries of this NIO ET7 ought to encourage you to stay long into this stock, because then this just definitely means that we are going to see more and more deliveries on this NIO stock. And something to note with the ET7 is that, guys, NIO has already indicated that the pre-orders that they've received for the ET7, it's higher than those they had received in their previous models, which is something that, once again, guys, it shows you an indication that this is a car that we might see it in demand a lot in 2022 and 2023. Otherwise, this past week, Thursday, we read an article again indicating that the CEO of NIO indicated that the construction at the Hefei plant, which is the new NIO plant, has started, and he indicated that production in that plant, guys, it's set to start in the Q3 of 2022, which is once again truly amazing, because then this just definitely means that, guys, NIO is going to start to deliver even more cars after the Q3 of 2022. After reading this article, guys, I just found myself adding more positions into this NIO stock, because you'll remember with this new Hefei plant which is under construction, it will have a total production of 1 million and can also produce 1,000 gigawatts of batteries, which is something that is truly amazing, and which is what, when I think of these numbers, it just encouraged me to start adding more positions in this NIO stock, because I definitely think that with the completion of this new Hefei plant will bring in so many new opportunities into this NIO stock, which will continue to drive drive this stock into higher trading prices, which is what attracted or made me to add positions into this NIO stock when after reading this article. This is one of the articles that I was patiently waiting for, because I always had this question in my mind as to when is that plant going to be completed, which when I read this article I got an answer which brought a lot of excitement to say that they plan to complete it sometime next year in the Q3 of 2022, which is something that is just amazing and ought to encourage you to once again continue to stay long into this NIO stock. And though so many people might say that the competition in the EV sectors is becoming tougher and tougher, I definitely think that NIO, guys, it's in this sector for a long run, which is why they're building or they are doing things differently from other EV cars, like mending relationship or forming strong relationships with their existing clients, which not only encourage those existing clients to come and buy more EV cars in NIO, but also encourage them to spread a word of mouth or share the good things about NIO to their friends and family, which is a very good thing, which I definitely believe that, guys, this is why I am a NIO long-term holder, because of this. I definitely think that though the competition is getting tougher and tougher in the EV sector, I think that NIO will still be a winner. Otherwise, again, guys, this past week Friday, we read an article saying that NIO just completed a key procedure for the ES8 entry into Europe, which is something that, once again, when I read this article, this just bring a final confirmation of saying indeed NIO will be starting to sell this ES8 into Europe. So this brought a lot of excitement into the NIO investors, because you remember that this ES8 is the first model that NIO will be selling in Europe at Oslo in Norway. So on Friday, NIO indicated that they received an approval for this ES8 model in the entire or the rest of Europe, which is a thumbs up, or which is something that brings excitement into the NIO investors, because this just definitely means that the penetration that we've been waiting for NIO to go into other countries has finally been confirmed. To those that might be asking what this approval means for this NIO, it just definitely means that NIO can start a mass production of this NIO car in Europe, which is, like I said, it's something that ought again to encourage you to stay long into this stock. And with the ES8, you'll remember that this is one of NIO's model which is selling the lowest numbers when comparing to the other EV cars. Now, with this model being the first to be sold in Europe, I definitely think that even those delivery numbers are going to start picking up. So with all these approvals, it just simply means that now we're just patiently waiting for September for the NIO First Service and Delivery Center in Oslo in Norway, which is something that we are patiently waiting for. We are just doing the countdown, because we know that once that Oslo Service and Delivery Center opens, then that will mean that now we can expect NIO to also report some good deliveries in Norway. Otherwise, guys, with all that, NIO is a very good long-term stock with strong fundamentals, and we can all agree, I think all of you can all agree with me to say that this is a stock that is set to do very well in the future, and because of these good things that are happening around it. I mean, me personally, the highlight or something that really made me to even like this stock even further, it was that they indicated that the new Hefei plant will be, or it's set to come into completion around the Q3 of 2022, which is something that, like I said, ought to encourage you guys to stay long, because the production that will be happening in that new plant will be massive and will drive this NIO stock to the moon. Otherwise, guys, with all that, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.